Hey guys, so today I'm working on the red Volvo. Now I have to make up some good names for the red Volvo and the blue Volvo. So if you have any suggestions for cool names for both Volvos, let me know in the comments. Today I'll be doing the timing belt, and these things are awesome. They make it possible for the bonnet to tilt all the way back. And there's loads of room to work with. We'll be doing the timing belt. Should be pretty easy since it's an 8 valve and the sensor is here on top of the bell housing on the gearbox. The timing belt has been in my car for ages. I bought the car like 2 months ago, and when I bought it I also bought the timing belt kit. And this is the sensor I was talking about. It was 25 euros I believe. So not really expensive. This thing here. Probably at some temperatures it's not working correctly and it makes the ignition act up all weird, and that's the reason why it will stall. Hopefully this will fix the problem. And today Robert will pick up my turbo parts. First I'm going to take off all the belts for the alternator, AC, water pump, what's this? This is power steering, and of course the crankshaft. Taking off the belts is pretty easy. What you have to do, there are tensioners here, here and here. If you loosen those, there's one bolt which holds it down and one tension bolt. First loosen the bolt which holds it down, then the tension bolt, and then you're all good to go. The next step is to make sure that the alignment of the crank and the cam are on point. As you can see, here is a mark, and here also, and here on the bottom. I hope you guys can see it. As you can see, this perfectly aligns with the 0. For this next step, removing the crank pulley, you normally would like to have 2 persons, or you would like to have special tools. I'm going to try to do it by myself. And otherwise I need to do it another day. But what you can do is put the car into 4th gear and then pull the e-brake really hard. That way the rear wheels won't spin, which is connected of course to the gearbox, and the gearbox of course connected to the engine, which makes this thing to block. So let's find out if I can get the crank pulley loose with this trick. So what I'm going to do now, take the car out of its gear, then set the timing correct again. After that I can really easily take the bolt out and continue on the timing belt. And there you have it, the crank bolt. The next very important step is to mark all the things. So I'm marking the sprockets and the belt itself and on the engine. That way I always know that I'm putting it on the exact same way I took it off if something jumps the tooth or stuff like that. And there you have it, the belt's already off. And why it's important to put this pin in here, that's because of the fact if you don't, this will fly out and it will shoot somewhere in the workplace. You guys probably have seen that behind the cam belt on the crank there is a little bit of oil, which means that the front main seal is leaking, and that's always a seal I order when doing a timing belt. They are like 10 or 20 bucks, and while you're at it, it's pretty easy to do. And there we have it. The old seal, and they can be a real pain in the ass to get out. Then push it inwards. Let's install the new tensioner by securing it with the spin again. And there you have it, the new tensioner already pre-tensioned. Once the timing belt's on, I can just remove the spin and it gets the tension from the spring here. With the timing belt on there, this mark is correct. The mark on the crank is correct. As you can see, there are two white lines and they line up with this one. The timing on the timing belt looks correct. And now let's take a look here on top. It's also correct, as you can see. Now I'm going to loosen this nut here. Once I loosen this nut, the timing belt will tension itself. Now the tension is correct. Let's rotate it. And after that, tighten this thing here. So I rotated the engine a few times, and if you're wondering why now the marks on the timing belt aren't correct, that's because you would need to rotate the engine like 30 or 40 times, I don't know the exact number. But the thing that's important is that the markings here line up, and these do. And the marks here also line up, and as you can see, this mark is also pointed towards this. So that's absolutely perfect. Put back all the covers, all the V-belts, and I start the car and it should run just like it did before. Everything is back on the engine, and now the moment, which is always a bit scary. Let's find out if everything is correct and the timing is correct. And it runs. Nice. 540,000 kilometers. And the date when you installed the timing belt. Always make sure to degrease the area. I already done it. And there you go. Marieke and I are going to the movies tonight, so I won't be changing the sensor in the back because that will take me another hour and I should have been there right now, and it's 45 minutes of driving. So guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share the video, leave a comment below, and in a few weeks the 1 or 2 JZ project will start. It's going to be epic, so make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.